Now we are ready to put an embroidery on our baseball cap. So I do have already a design on my screen, and basically before we start the embroidery we have to make sure it fits very well on the cap. Basically we call it tracing. And to do the tracing we should do it always on needle number 1, just to make sure it is perfect. By the way, at the moment we are on needle number 6. Here you can see on our T8 control, this is the needle which is now active, but we want to go to needle number 1. How to do? There is a function here called needle change. I show it here. Here it is, and we go now to needle change. On the bottom you will find now the different needles, and we use now needle number 1. If you have chosen needle number 1, you have to confirm it with the start button, but before you do this, please make sure that the light is on that side and not on the pantograph part. So it is in my case, and I can confirm it. The machine will now move to needle number 1. In this moment I am able to go to the trace, or we call it design range function. This is here on the bottom with the sunflower, you can see it here, called design range or simply tracing. If we go here inside, we do see our design now, and even the start point, which is in the middle. This is the big cross, and the area around just show me actually the edges of the design. This is the idea of it. Now I am not sure if my needle is actually in the center of the cap. So what I do, I bring down the needle. This is here needle down, what you see here. If I do the needle down, it sets in front of the cap, and I'm able to move the pantograph. In this case I use now the ZSK button, and the light will go to the left side. So since the LED is on the left side, I am able to move my frame, and we arrange it now as it should be. So I bring it to the center with small steps, just touching it, and I can put it there where I need. And then we bring the needle up again, just to make sure that we don't hit the frame at all, because this is the worst what can happen. So we go back to the start button, in case that I use here the ZSK button once again, and we start. Now it starts very slowly. At that moment it's no need, so I fasten it up. Here we have framing faster 1 time, and if you press a 3rd time, then it's much more faster. The fastest actually. So we have to wait until it goes back to the center point. Here we are. Now, since I have seen everything seems to be alright, and I will not hit for sure the frame, I can go down with my needle and trace it now once more to see exactly where my design will be placed. Also here you are able to change the speed all the time. You see here frame slower or faster as you wish. We are now back again to the center point. But I want to have my design closer to the bill. So I will start again my tracing until it is on the deepest point to the bill, and stop it then with a stop button. Now I stopped it, and I'm able now to arrange my design again. So we go to the pantograph part, pressing the ZSK button, and I move my needle a little bit closer to the bill. This is enough. And we start the tracing, actually we continue the tracing until to the end. Since the tracing is fine, we can go out. We use now the previous button. The needle should come automatically up. You will see it right now. And now we can start the machine.